A bipartisan group of U.S. senators have reintroduced a bill to open Apple and Google's app stores. Threads now has a hidden words setting that's separate from Instagram. And Windows is finally kicking the blue screen of death to the curb. It's Friday, June 27th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. A bipartisan group of 5 U.S. senators reintroduced a bill that would force App Store owners like Apple and Google to allow third-party payment systems and side-loading apps among a collection of other developer-friendly changes. The bill, called the Open App Markets Act, was originally introduced back in 2021, but it never came up for a vote after passing through the Senate Judiciary Committee in 2022. The Open App Markets Act applies its changes to app stores with 50,000 monthly users or more, most obviously applicable to the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Like the original bill, the reintroduced Open App Markets Act wants covered companies to allow things like sideloading, third-party app stores, and alternative payments systems, while protecting developers' ability to tell consumers about lower prices and offer competitive pricing. It would also prevent App Store operators from privileging their own apps and services in App Store search results. An Apple spokesperson responded saying, "We created the App Store to be a safe and trusted experience our users love and a fantastic business opportunity for developers in the U.S. and around the world. We face intense competition everywhere we operate, and we are proud to be an engine for innovation and economic growth. We are concerned this EU-style regulation will open our users to new privacy and security risks, and will continue to advocate on their behalf." Now, while the aims of the new bill are largely the same as the original one, the legal environment is meaningfully different. Apple has been forced to allow third-party app stores and alternative payment systems in the European Union following the introduction of the Digital Markets Act in 2022. Thanks to its failure to make good on the small concession Epic won via its lawsuit, Apple has also been forced to allow developers to direct customers to pay for things outside of the App Store and its in-app payments system. The Open App Markets Act would make these kinds of changes to the law in the U.S., and it seems possible the bill could pass now. Regulatory pressure on tech companies has only increased since 2021. For example, Utah recently passed an age verification law that would require app stores to only allow users 18 and up to make an account. Threads and Instagram are continuing to decouple. Meta's social network has updated its hidden words setting to make it separate from Instagram. Prior to this update, users had one global hidden words setting that impacted both platforms. Now, for the uninitiated, the hidden words setting lets users filter out stuff they don't want to see. The setting can be applied to posts, feeds, searches, profiles, and replies. The tool can filter out words, phrases, and emojis. Threads also offers the ability to snooze words and phrases for a period of 30 days. Now, this is really useful for avoiding spoilers or just when you get tired of a certain discussion topic. Now, the update even brings in the ability to filter out words and phrases in batches. Threads head Adam Mosseri says all of this was done so users could shape the experience into one where they feel comfortable expressing themselves. Now, when Threads launched in 2023, it was basically an extension of Instagram. The two platforms have slowly been embracing independence the last couple of years. Threads has begun testing its own DM inbox that's not tied to Instagram, and now lets people deactivate one account without impacting the other one. The notorious blue screen of death is finally heading to a junkyard upstate. This error message has been a key part of the Windows experience for nearly 40 years. Microsoft has been teasing this change for a few years now, but we know the crash screen now will be removed in an update to Windows 11 that's coming later this summer. Windows computers are still going to crash, so there needs to be some sort of error screen. Microsoft is transitioning to a black screen of death instead. Now, there will be no cutesy, frowny face and QR code. It will just be a black screen with a short message that tells users they need to restart. The new BSOD recalls the black screen shown during a Windows update, but it will list the stop code and system driver that contributed to the crash. This should make life easier for IT admins. David Weston, Vice President of Enterprise and OS Security at Microsoft, said in an interview with The Verge, "This is really an attempt on clarity and providing better information and allowing us and customers to really get to what the core of the issue is so we can fix it faster. And part of it is just cleaner information on what exactly went wrong." The new BSOD will debut alongside the Quick Machine Recovery feature. This tool is designed to restore machines that will not boot. These changes are being made in the wake of last year's CrowdStrike incident that crashed over 8 million Windows devices. That massive outage impacted banks, airlines, and major corporations. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Ian Carlos Campbell and Lawrence Bonk and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your weekend. I will be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.